Hello, what up, people of the internet? So today we're gonna have a look on the parcel that Arctic sent me with a few fans and device. So we're gonna look through it. Full disclaimer: this product was sent me for free, but I will be objective. This is a P12 Max. Is a great fan. I'm gonna show you at the end of this video. I use it on my mini from MS01 and in my NAS, and it works just perfectly. So this is a fan splitter. I will show you at the end of the video, but it's a great project that allow you to connect four fans all together with one outlet. So they also sent me four of these M2 Pros, which are NVMe sinks. They're actually very cheap, so I would encourage everyone to get something like this. They come with two thermal pads, so one for each side of the NVMe. And they are just perfect. We're gonna have a look anyway on the stats at the end of this video. Seriously, for the price, I would encourage everyone to have one. I used two of them in my mini forum, and it was quite tight because of the mini PC, obviously. But on a normal motherboard, it should be grand. And this is a MX6, which is a thermal pad. I did use it as well, so I use on the mini forum and on my NAS. And to be honest, with this little tube, you will have plenty, so you could do at least, I'd say, three CPU or more. It depends on the size factor you pick. There is different versions, so pick the one you need. And good news for the people of the UK, I got you 30 days of free Amazon Prime, so go nuts. And this is from far my favorite. This fan is actually fantastic. So I use that on my network rack and it's perfect. I'm actually love this one. I'm very curious as well of which fan you're using on your own, so please leave a comment. But yeah, this fan is fantastic and I would definitely recommend it. And this is a liquid freezer tree, so it's a massive water cooler and is actually is massive. So double check the size of your case because it won't fit all. But it does sound like a very good product. Is A-RGB as well, so if you like light, it will be perfect. To be fair, I didn't try it yet, but I'm planning to install it very soon. I don't know for you guys, but I didn't use water cooling for like 15 years, so kind of excited about try this again. I know like it's not water cooling as such, but it seems very cool in fairness. By the way, thank you to Thierry for your super thanks on YouTube. So for who doesn't know, the super thanks button underneath. I obviously don't push anybody to do that. Just very glad with your comment and your likes and everything. Anyway, so for the cooler itself, so I use the P14 that they sent me before, and I'm gonna put that on my MS01. So I did a bit of DIY there. It's not very great, but it works just fine. Maybe one day I will use this air cooling inside, but not for today anyway. I'm actually planning to do a new computer, a new build with ARM, so it's a ARM Ampere, which is meant to be very good with like 98 core or more, so that could be perfect for it. So stay tuned. There we go. So that's my favorite fan I was telling you about, and the P14 in the back. So yes, I did use hot glue. It's not very great, but it works just fine. And then I just tight for the back and look the start. I mean, it seems amazing for me. I'm used to be around 60, 70, or even more. I actually think it's awesome. If you have a mini forum MS01, please tell me what your stat is and what temps do you get. I'm very curious about it. And I'm gonna have a look to my NAS now using TrueNAS. So I'm first gonna set up the fans. So I'm using an adapter for Noctua now to power the fan with SATA. I do have the other cable I'll show you at the beginning of the video, and I have other cable too, so I'm gonna go through them. I'm gonna move the fan I used to have on this case, and be very careful by the placement on your fan. is depend a lot. There will be so much better video talk to you about this. Depending the way you put your fan, you could have negative static pressure or positive static pressure, and this will change a lot about the dust coming through the case or coming out. So I would encourage you guys to learn about it first before setting up your fans. I'm gonna go with the classic setup, so I'm gonna put two of the M12 in the front of the computer. So this is gonna be the intake. And on the back, I'm gonna do the P14 Pro Max, sorry. So this one right there. Be careful now about the direction of the fan. As you can see there's a little arrow. And I'm gonna put one on top as well to exhaust. So do let me a comment if you think that's a bad idea, but we're gonna have a look to the result in a minute, and that seems amazing to me. Gonna fast forward this a little bit, otherwise it's gonna take a while. There we go. So the PC is turned on. As you can see, there's this one on top, the one on the side, the one on the CPU. It's like I didn't touch it, so it's just from before. And there's two on the front of this case that you cannot see. So I'm gonna turn on this TrueNAS system, and we're gonna have a look to the stat right now. There we go. So use homepage, pretty cool thing if you don't use it. And as I say often for password management, I use Proton Pass, so I will give you a link for 30 days free, and I would recommend you to use it, or even other tools like One Password, which is pretty great, or Password from iOS and Apple. And as you can see now, the temperature is about 20 degrees, so pretty neat. The system is uptime for 2 hours, so actually I didn't do much about it. I'm gonna go back to Proxmox. By the way, as you can see, it was 24 the max temp, so not too bad. Anyway, going to Proxmox, I'm gonna go in the data center and click inside my backups, and I'm gonna run one now. So that's gonna go through the 10 gig NIC on both sides. It's not CPU stress or anything like this, but it should be basically what the NAS do. The NAS to run a lot of VM in it. So as you can see, the network connection is starting to get the traffic here, so 1 gig. Anyway, I'm gonna fast forward for a bit. By the way, if you don't use TrueNAS Scale, I would very recommend you to do it so because it's the best ever system I use for NAS. And I'm coming from Synology, but I just love TrueNAS. And as you can see there, I have my 10 gig cards. So that's the stats for my NIC. I have plenty of bandwidth left. Let's see other stats. So here is a CPU, nothing major, so which is basically a samba transfer, so should be fine. And memory as well. Again, it's gonna depend if you have a lot of VM inside your NAS. I have none. Anyway, I'm gonna fast forward that a little bit, and we're gonna see in a few minutes. But so far, I'm still at 22 degrees Celsius, so not too bad for the hottest core, which is, by the way, is 71.6 Fahrenheit. So we're back a few minutes later. We see all the traffic now is gone, and we at 23 degrees. So I think it's very awesome. Again, I didn't do nothing crazy on this NAS, but I'd say that 22 degrees is actually pretty awesome. I'm very satisfied with that. And I see you next time. Have a good one.